we go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Crimson Court, we have the American Terran player. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, the Red Terran, it is Epic. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, oh, they're talking about cheese, let's go. We have the American Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Clan MBD, it is Ninja. Rob boomed me. Smurge, might be Smurge. Again, if you missed out, I do recommend checking out the VODs for Cheeseadelphia. It was a fun event. It was a 10-hour long cast. It was crazy. It was wild. And a lot of fun was had in that tournament. Epic had a deep run and made it all the way to the semis. But as they're discussing, as I imagine Epic and Ninja are good friends, as they're discussing... Ninja's like, so... how did Rob beat you? would you mind telling me what he did? And you know, just for personal use. Oh, true. Yep, and he's not wrong. Proxy Void twice. It did happen. If you missed out on that semifinals, Rob did go for Proxy Void Ray with shield batteries, and he laid siege upon Epic, and that was how he beat Epic as well in the ace match. Did beat Epic in the ace match. It went all the way to game 5. It was a best of 5 wild series. Do recommend it, but for now we are settling in. And predictions should be open in the chat. Predictions are open. Best of luck. Prep Scout coming in. It's going to be a double gas opener. Double gas here by Epic. Double gas is going to lead into a faster factory, into a delayed command center. There we go. Factories on the way. Meanwhile, back at home, Ninja just going for a gate cyber expand. Nothing crazy from the side of Ninja. As we said, Lintus, a big shout out in the chat to SC2 Full. Oh my god. Baffy. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the support. 1 moment, exclamation mark. Sorry, sash shout outs. At SC2 Fool. Damn, there we go. So hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And welcome, everyone. Welcome to ESL Open Cup Americas, your weekly dose of... I was going to say American StarCraft. I mean, true, we do have some American players here. But from players from all around the world. Typically featured here in this tournament. As Reaper does dip in, does threaten the natural base. We'll threaten it for the time being, but behind this we are... Ooh, actually... Oh, yeah, we're good. I was like, we're going Stalker first? No, at depth first. We're going to be able to fend the Reaper away, deflect it. We have our tech of choice going for a Twilight Council opener. Meanwhile, Epic with his double gas is going for a 1-1-1. So he's going for the factory into CC, into a starport. With this, we can go into something like something like drop play. We can go into double cyclone, into a medevac. We can go into even cyclone widow mine for a bit of a kitchen sink drop instead. But aggression is on the horizon here from Epic. We see Ninja playing very safe. Very safe play here at Ninja, going for the safety shield battery at the natural. Meanwhile, Reaper does dip into the main. And ooh, gets a probe. One worker does go down, and we get a second probe as well. Good damage so far by Epic. And I believe Epic also scouted the tech. Checking the vision, yes, the Twilight Council has been spotted. Epic is fully aware of the blink. So he's aware of the blink-based opener. That means that he knows he doesn't have to stay at home and stay in the mineral lines. Otherwise, the Cyclone and the Widowmine will be set up in the main base to catch the Oracle or to catch the Phoenix. But we know that we don't need them back at home, and we're moving out. Cyclone, the Widowmine does waddle across the map. We're waiting for the medevac. Medevac has arrived, and we're loading up and zooming across the map here and now. Epic has a lot of potential with this army. 2 Widowmine, Cyclone, and Mass Marine. Remember, these are vanilla Marines, no stim. But a lot of DPS nonetheless. Meanwhile, Ninja back at home, he has an overcharge ready for this. Being dragged out of range of the shield battery, has to be careful. As Epic has arrived at the same time, we have a drop going into the main. Ooh, massive mine connection. First Stalker goes down. We do collapse on top of the Cyclone. Cyclone will escape, and the drop does go into the mineral line. Widowmine does borrow, trying to catch out the transferring workers, forcing a recall. Oh no, the probes! No! Oh my god, 6, 7 workers going to be going down. We focus on whatever we can, and 9 probes. And this is becoming too much. It's becoming game-ending damage. 9 workers falling, getting a 10th probe as well. Boys being pulled, and this is already worth it. Well worth it here for Epic. Getting 14, almost 15 probes. Oh my god. For vanilla Marines. With that, the medevac does escape, doesn't take any damage. Back at home, we're setting up with tank production, marines, marauders, bunkers on the way just to be safe, just to be secure. We also did scout. It was a 3 gateways or 3 gate setup in the main. With 3 gateways, we can counterattack, we can apply pressure. The problem is the economy. Can we actually afford to warp in 3 units at a time? That's going to be the question, as the economy has been crippled. Ninja moving out across the map. Does look to hit the main. Remember, with Blink, with high ground vision, we can dive into the main. But we're ready for this. We have a tank sieged up, tank on the high ground, tank on the low ground as well. Bunker is ready. The main base is a little bit more exposed, true. At least a little bit. But it's not going to take long for Epic to respond and to rotate over into that main. And Ninja waiting for an extra warp in. There it is, 3 Stalkers at a time. That's going to be 12 Stalkers in total. And we're going into the main. Epic doesn't spot this. Yeah, first tank is going to go down. Big tank volley is going off, but the second tank will fall as well. A bit of a late reaction here by Epic to get the auto turrets. But the tank did fall. And Ninja with good enough blink control, we can actually break through this. Yeah, Marines are going down. The tanks were exposed earlier. And we're busting into the main. We came to the production. Ninja is committed. And we're breaking through. We're getting a lot of damage done. Boys have to be pulled. We do have to pull the boys. The combat shields is denied, but Stim will finish. But we barely have any Marines left. Barely any Marauders. Yeah, solid blink control so far by Ninja. Does blink away. Gets 14 SCV kills. And we're still in this. We are back. Epic hit a lot of damage earlier, but alas, we do counter damage. 14 workers going down. And we preserve most of the Stalkers. Looking at the trades, 1 Stalker went down. That's how efficient we were. Only 1 Stalker. That's crazy. 1 Stalker for 2 tanks, 4 Marauders, 7 Marines. Ay, ay, ay. Overextending a little bit. We just take a tank volley to the face. We get behind the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Ninja, ooh, even catching a Cyclone. We are a little bit trapped though, and with Stim, this bioarming can threaten the Stalkers. Oof, and this is getting brutal here. Stalkers are going down one after the other. We are trapped. There's no way out of this. There is no way out. And suddenly the efficiency of Ninja is getting a little bit lower here as we lose almost every single Stalker and we only get 6 SCVs. I mean, that was a good amount. Like 6 SCVs, that's not nothing, but compared to the previous trade, less than ideal. Ninja getting a little bit greedy here by diving further into the natural. And that means that Epic gets to win this. Epic takes the supply lead. Epic is down in workers but has mules to recover. Ninja is taking a 3rd base. And we have a game. We have a back and forth. It's a scrappy game, is what I will say. It is getting scrappy. But it's here. It's ours. Behind this, Colossus production underway for Ninja. Getting to his Colossus. Ninja does move out across the map. As with this push out, we're going to be able to slow down the push a little bit, but the tank barely does survive. Epic shuffling it back. Colossus has made it. Tank's going to be sieging, and can Epic break through? It's going to be close. Yeah, massive tank volleys going off, trying to bait the army within tank range. Epic that much more committed. 3rd CC's on the way behind this for Epic. Does have a 3rd base on the way. Tanks are edging closer. 2nd Colossus has made it, but these tanks are getting a lot of damage. There's the overcharge. And with the overcharge, we will commit. Anti-armor is still going to be thrown down, and we can break through the Colossus. 1, 2 Colossus go down. The Marauders, they go ham. GG gets caught. It just becomes a little bit too much, and Epic will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. A very chaotic back and forth with Epic initially getting a lot of damage done. Likewise, Ninja popping off, getting 14 SCVs for 1 Stalker. It was an insane trade. And then Ninja did get too greedy. did get too greedy. After killing 14 SCVs, he wanted more. It's like, Papi, calm down. You did enough. Dove into the natural and he lost almost everything. He lost 11 stalkers in the natural base. Was not worth it that time. And what does that mean? That means that when it came to the follow-up push, when it came to that final attack, we were missing 11 stalkers, right? We would have had that entire army back at home to help defend, help buffer, to help support those Colossus. Maybe even threaten the main army in the center of the map, and it would have been a different game. Would have been a different game from then on forward, and alas, Ninja to get caught out, and Epic takes game 1. Epic takes a lead. Just catching up in the chat. Is it poor taste to cover a pig game? I think I've casted pig like once. Usually we avoid casting pig just because pig, after he gets knocked out of a tournament, he usually casts and he's already streaming his POV. So we usually try to spread out, especially today, for example, where I believe we're the only English casters. It's ourselves and pig. I think Steadfast is going to join later. I think Steadfast, he was like streaming another game before joining. Yeah. So we usually try to spread out as best we can, and because he casts after he gets knocked out of a tournament, like we try to stay away from his portion of the bracket. I think I've casted him like once, I think. Yeah, and usually there are like, on top of that, there are also other portions of the bracket that deserve coverage as well. Like I would rate Epic versus Ninja quite highly, higher than the matches that Pig is getting into. But again, you know, you have his POV that you can embrace. Do have that. For now, we are going to be settling in and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn. We have the American Terran player, the Red Terran representing Psystorm Gaming. It is Pig. Pig? Epic. Pig was on the mind. Epic, of course, leading the series 1-0, and spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the American Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Clan MBD. It is Ninja. Let's go. Let us go. Again, that was a very chaotic game. Epic did take a lead in the series after game 1, but it was very close, very back and forth. Ninja had his own moments and his own time to shine in that game as well. So we'll see if we can make it to the ace match or if the story ends here and now in game 2. As the initial probe does get quite a bit of damage done on that SCV, does slip away. Epic just getting into his own opener. This time going for a more economic opener. As a reminder, in game 1, Epic went double gas into a faster factory into that Cyclone push. Here in game 2, single gas. One gas opener here, which will be a Rax Expand, a much more economic opener by Epic. So we're not going to be seeing any kind of spicy push early on like we saw previously. We're going to calm things down, at least in the beginning of game 2. We're going to calm things down. We can see Ninja being an annoyance and will delay the expansion. We have 400 minerals, and oh, this is a big delay here on the CC. There we go, now it's on the way. Oh, that's a kill on the probe. That should not have happened. So even though the CC was delayed by a couple of seconds, we do kill the probe. It does make it worth it. As the worker should have been able to get away, escape, and live to scout another day. With that, Epic is going to be settling in. Getting to his follow-up factory. Waiting to see if it was a factory or a second Rax. I was waiting to see. And now that we know the opener of Epic, it's time to figure out the tech of choice for Ninja. Is it going to be a Twilight Council, Stargate, or a Robo? All 3 tech options are viable. And Epic is moving out with the initial Reaper. Trying to get a read on what's going on. Dipping in, dancing with the Adept. Getting a couple of hits in, but it's going to be zoned away. Does have to respect the Adept. Does pull away. And in the main base, still waiting to see whether we go for another Twilight Council. And we have our answer. Twilight Council is thrown down. Okay, so it's going to be another Blink-based opener. Whether it's 2, 3, or 4 gateways, yet to be determined, is what we will be paying attention to here. From the side of Ninja. As Ninja does end up getting across the map. He's going to get a Marine. He's going to deny mining of the natural. Not bad. We do deny some mining time. Get some economic damage done. Depth is going to be forced back. And behind this, setting up with a Widow Mine drop. Let's go. Don't see it too often. Widow Mine drop is on the way. Meanwhile, the Reaper Hellion does go for the dive into the main. Oh my god. Do you get a probe kill? Oh. Do you get a worker? We get a surround though. We shut down the Reaper and the Hellion. Not too bad. Only one probe going down here in the defense. I mean, the workers got low, but they survived. That's what matters. So nice defense there from Ninja. After the death of the Reaper Hellion, we throw down additional gateways. It's going to be 3 gateways in the main. And 1 gateway at the natural. That is 4 gates. That's quick math. That's 4 gates in total. So 4 gate blink, a much more aggressive build here from Ninja. We saw how well he can blink and how well he can control in game 1. And now he's going to double down and rely that much more on his blink stalkers. As he gets into it, we do have our Widow Mine jump towards the main. Looking at our vision, Epic has only seen 1 gateway, can assume that there's 2, but hasn't seen the 3rd and 4th. Widow Mine jump does come in. We do react in time, we do pull away. So Widow Mine does unburrow. At the same time, we do get the 2nd jump into the main base, and we do likewise pull away. Oh, the unburrow. Widow Mine, can we get a stalker? Not quite. We do deny so much mining time. As finally 1 probe goes down. And 1 probe in the natural as well. And now Ninja can focus on his push. Warping in 4 stalkers at a time. We have 1 tank in a bunker here at the natural. What about the main? The main base looking very exposed. We've seen this before. Speaking of, Ninja is going for the main. Adept is going to shade in and confirm the setup at the natural. Does get eyes on the tank, and we're going for the SCVs. Workers are going down. Tank about to pop. And can it be targeted? That's the question. Tank, oh, does pop out, does siege up. We get behind the mineral line. We deny any kind of mining. But here comes the bio. They don't have stim. Have stim, but they do manage to sub-step forward. They do not catch a stalker. They do blink away. Tanks are repositioning. Rotating over towards the low ground. 2nd bunker on the way. But this time it is a cleaner defense here by Epic so far. So far we do have a cleaner defense. Likewise across the map, Ninja's expanding. Okay, good. Ninja is not going all in, he's expanding. Going for that 3rd base, does spot the main army and wants none of it. Trying to drag the army within range. Attempting to. As behind this we have our Bay on the way, getting ready for Colossus production. Safety modal first. And Epic is held. Whew. Epic has held. Looking at our units tab here, we have an even worker count, which is better for the Terran. We lost 5 SCVs earlier, really 4. Stalkers they poke in. Oh, we bleed out 1 stalker. And we will get a depot. Oh, never mind. Almost a depot. 1 more shot would have been enough, but alas, the depot does survive. Again, a much cleaner hold this time from Epic. As Ninja is attempting to transition out of this. Does have that economic deficit. Raven moving out for some harass. Colossus on the way. Now, thankfully, Ninja does preserve his stalkers, so we're going to be able to delay a push and get eyes on any kind of move out. 3rd CC's on the way. Epic not going for a 2-base all-in. Oh, as the Autotart does get 3 probes across the map, getting a 4th probe as well. To catch 4 workers. And Ninja will catch a Marauder. Oh. So it does get a couple of pickups here and there. But bleeds out a Stalker as well. Trading blow for blow, and Epic is pushing. We have 3 tanks with this, sorry, 4 tanks with this. And back at home, we do have a Colossus, just the 1. Meanwhile, 12 workers going to be going down. Autotart's wreaking havoc, and we stim in. And we go for the dive. We do have an overcharge, but the tanks will siege. First tank gets targeted. We focus on the Colossus. Big overextension. Colossus goes down, and with that, the Bio Army is going to snowball out of control. Only Stalkers left, and we still have a tank. We are fighting out of range, though. We have to kite back. Tank does have to support as we are running out of Marauders. There's just 5 Marauders remaining. We dive on forward. We focus on the final tank. It's going to fall. we've done enough. We've done enough because here come the reinforcements. Here comes the second wave. Raven still being active. Second Colossus is going to pop out. Second Colossus does arrive just in time. But last overcharge is on cooldown. And here comes Epic with wave number 2. And it looks like we have enough to break the Protoss. Yeah, just snowballing out of control. The Colossus goes down. The shield battery as well. GG gets called, and Epic, he breaks the third and will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played, Epic. We'll take the series here 2-0. We'll advance on into the next round. My condolences to Ninja. He had not a bad game in game 1. Game 1 was very back and forth. Game 1, I can definitely see going the way of Ninja, especially if he hadn't overextended. Here in game 2, Epic was more so in control here. Epic, he had a much cleaner defense against the 4-gate blink, and that, of course, led into the eventual counterattack where he was able to lay siege upon the third. Ninja, unfortunately, did not do enough damage. When you go for something like 4-gate blink, you delay your third base, you delay your economy, your tech, you delay a lot in favor of all those Blink Stalkers, and we didn't get enough done. We did not get enough done with it. Did not get enough damage. GG, well played. And with that, we have some catching up to do. Exclamation mark B. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the